Welcome to the Homestead. Glad you're watching. Well, today I am going to tackle the pond area. It's been a year since we've seen our pond. The grass has grown up really tight. We don't even know where the pond circle is. We've still got to dig in deeper to the pond, and in a couple of weeks we're borrowing the neighbor's tractor so we can move those mounds of dirt and sand that were left by the septic. And so when we have that tractor, it might be a good time to also work on the pond. But in order to work on the pond, we got to know where the pond's at. And so once we get it deep enough and everything, we're going to line it and put rocks and stuff around and do nice landscaping around it. In the meantime, the grass just grows through and encroaches and everything else. There is no water in the pond anymore. It has all evaporated with the heat of the summer, which is really weird because it was just full a few days back because of those heavy rains we had, and now here it is empty completely. And so I need to tackle it. And once we tackle this, we'll know better what to do. Also, we'll know where that trench is that the septic line went through, because it wasn't ever really smoothed down or anything. And again, once we get that tractor here with the big bucket and stuff, we'll be able to move some dirt. Hopefully the ground won't be so dry though that it won't move. Well, anyway, let's find that pond. Well, I got a pretty good chunk out of it before I ran out of weed eater string. Gonna have to rewind and then we'll start again. So, don't go away. Okay, earlier you might have heard a humming noise sound. That's because it came from here. I forgot to turn them off before I started talking. It's a fan. My daughter got this for me a few years back because I was having hot flashes, and it blows air up in your face and cools you down really fast. So I was wearing it to work out here because why not, right? Anyway, speaking of noises, do you remember I mentioned the cicadas weren't out? Well, the cicadas are out now. We don't have as many trees around here as we did last year or the year before, so they're not as loud, but I can hear them all around us, and I don't know if you can, but they were super, super loud last year when they were like right here in the trees in our yard. But I can hear them all along the trees on the outer side. And oh well. I guess they come out every year. I thought they came out earlier, but last year might have been a special brood that came out. These that are here are the common ones. They commonly come out in later June, apparently, according to the internet. And so they're just common cicadas. They come out every single year, like rotation. The special ones, they come up every 13 years, every 17 years, whatever. And last year apparently was a really big cicada year. So anyhow, let's get to working. Darn, I cleaned over here. Camera wasn't facing that way. So sorry. Anyway, over here I see my pond edge, but I also see the tractor edge or the trench edge, and they've kind of blended together a little bit. So my nice side of my pond area over here, not so nice, and we're gonna have to do a lot of fill dirt along that edge, because my edge goes like this, but then there's another that does this on the opposite side. Snap. Went to a lot of work too to make that a nice shape. We'll fix it. It just gets discouraging when you get something the way you want it and then it gets screwed up. But that trench goes all the way back, and so we're gonna need to put fill dirt in there anyhow. And the dirt over there is turning into clods. So we're gonna end up having to soak that mound. I don't know how, but we've got to get that dirt soft again so it'll smooth down. Wow. Okay, got a rake again, but also I need to change the battery here on this camera. So don't go away. Lost my string. Not sure if it broke and it's still inside there or if I need to get some more. Battery should be getting pretty low at some point, but let me change this out and we'll just keep pushing forward. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'm not going to do any more. Weed eater needs to charge, and I'm pooped. Tomorrow, though, we've got a lot on our agenda. We're going to tackle that mess over there. Let me show you. Okay, over my shoulder, wrong shoulder, over my shoulder is a big cluster of weeds, trees, and we need to clear that up. See what we've got. I think there's a boat art right in the middle. We'll keep the boat art if that's the case, but we need to shrink that up. It's out of control. Right above us on this ridge over there is going to be the family cottage, family room, family house, guest room, community center. Who knows what we're going to call it, but it's going to go right there on that ridge. And so everything's going to connect with the cottages on this side over here, the family room over there, the kitchen in the middle. It'll all connect, and we'll have the pond with the decking. It's going to look great someday. Right now, it's just a handful of work. So tomorrow, that is going to happen. Thank you for watching today. God bless you all. Be sure to like, share, press that notification bell, and subscribe. And we will see you next time on the Homestead. Bye-bye now.